Next topic. Chris with something.
All right, fat shaming.
Right.
Do you guys know this was a thing?
Fat shaming.
Like the idea of fat shaming.
Yeah.
I think it's been a thing since
It's been a thing.
People are fat.
since like
Yeah,
media.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. Good. I'm glad you guys knew.
Did you not?
Well, so fat shaming is when you make fun of someone because they're fat,
I think it's a little
Yes.
bit more specific
I
than
think,
that.
yeah.
right? Well, you shame them because they're fat. You call them out because
Sure.
they're fat.
Yes.
Is that what
Discriminate against them?
So is that not just picking on someone because they're tall, short, ranger, whatever? Is there a difference? Can you?
Well, no.
Well,
Well,
no,
in terms
discrimination is
of like,
discrimination.
if it's
isn't it?
discrimination against their personal appearance, then no, it's the same.
That's what I'm wondering. Because can you have like beard shaming? Like I can't grow a
Sure.
beard. Can you beard shame me?
Of course you could.
Or like I have a big nose. Can you like nose shame
Yeah,
me?
fat
Yes.
shaming.
Yeah,
the
we-
action or practice of humiliating someone judged to be fat or overweight by making mocking or critical comments about their size. So I
Okay,
think it's more the verb, I think.
So it's just a specific form of making fun of someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Because
Got
of
that.
their physical appearance.
copy that. Well, now I'm glad everybody's on the same page.
Do we all understand? I think we do, yeah.
What is this story about?
The
Who
footy
got
show.
fat
Back
shamed?
to the footy.
Oh,
Okay.
Footy, like a common theme.
Which code, though?
We're talking.
Do we have the
this
right
is
ball?
Rugby league. We're
Oh,
using a
Oh,
Steeden.
okay, all right.
The
We've got the
real
Steeden.
football.
We need a Steeden. So,
What should I Google to get the video of this?
Footy
Google
show.
Dave Taylor.
Dave Taylor, Erin Molan, fat shaming.
just maybe the footy show fat
Just
shaming.
be
in the whole
super
article.
specific. Yeah.
So the footy show. Anyone watch the footy show?
I used to.
Yeah, I used to too. It's gone way
It's
downhill.
gone down.
I'm not sure anybody watches it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
So Erin Molan is the host now.
Oh, the girl.
Is she?
Right. Yeah.
I did not know that.
She's in charge now. So they have this segment entitled Gutsy Player of the Week. And it's sponsored by like these protein shakes, the man shake or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like Gutsy Player of the Week, the man shake, Gutsy Player of the Week. And she's like,
Okay,
alright,
yes, I can
Gutsy
see
Player
that.
of the Week this week is Dave Taylor. And then cut to footage of Dave Taylor,
Is
Yeah.
that Dave Taylor?
who is now playing in like a
A lower
third grade
league.
team in
Okay.
Queensland somewhere, having fun with his family, whatever. And like this guy, he's about this much taller than me, but he's 130 kilos, so it's quite a lot more than me. He's a big boy.
Okay.
He's got like
Who
Is
did
it all
he used to
muscle?
play for?
he's
His
played
name
for,
rings
he's,
a bell.
he's been all over the place. Most recently, he played for Canberra.
Okay.
They
But
gave him
does
a
he
go.
play for Queensland in Origin?
Once upon a time, yes.
Really?
That's why.
So
I don't
he used to
like
be quite a
him.
gun. So the story with Dave Taylor is he had massive potential. He's got the skills, he's got size, he's got strength, but I don't know, never really put it together.
Oh.
He never really got there.
Okay.
Never really saw his full potential.
Oh. How old would he be?
He is 29, 30.
What?
30 now.
Okay.
Oh, he
wow.
looks heaps older.
He looks way older.
So, are you guys fat
Are
shaming?
you guys age shaming?
I'm just
Just
making a comment.
Actually, Chris, that was
Based on his
pretty much the
appearance.
definition of shaming. Is when
Wow.
like
Holy
see
crap,
how
sorry.
that wasn't obvious,
I'm
but it was
so
like
sorry.
it's like
Wow.
Mean Girls kind of
Ah.
making fun
so
of it.
bad now.
Like that bracelet is so nice.
You
It's
guys
actually
can
so fetch.
tweet an
Yeah.
apology later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So
No.
there's been a whole lot of outrage because in this segment, footage came up of him at the moment. He's put on a bit of weight. He's not in the best shape of his life. And so it came up, and then so Erin was hosting it, and she said, well, she kind of just kept going. And like everyone around here was having a laugh because
Oh,
it was a bit of a
no.
surprise because I think usually it's like someone busting tackles,
Yeah.
scoring
Yeah.
tries, making big hits or whatever.
Oh,
But
no.
she kept going. She didn't. I'll just keep going. Like she didn't say anything. She said everyone was having a laugh, and then she said, "Well, he was a gun player in his day. He was awesome. He was this. He was this." Talking about the man shake. But then the other guys,
Did you say man shake?
the man shake.
That's a thing.
That's like what they're sponsored
That's
by.
the
That's
sponsor.
That's the segment.
I was like, is that a term for fat person?
No. So
It's a product.
Okay.
So then the other guy was saying, yeah, look, he's doing all right. This is what the other guy said. It's a three-letter word, fit. But it's very easy to turn the I into an A.
Wow.
Ooh.
He said, Dave, let's get that A back into an I.
Oh.
And then everyone was having a bit of a laugh. And then she said, look, we're not shaming Dave at all. I don't decide on the content. And then everybody, there was a big uproar.
Did she say that on the show or
She
after?
said that on the show during the segment,
Okay.
and then they moved on. But there was a big uproar, so Erin's apologised. So Erin says, to quote her tweet, absolutely appalled by this, unreservedly apologise on behalf of the show to Dave Taylor. The panel were expecting the Vision to show a gun try or a big hit as our gutsy play. There was no malice or intent to offend, but that doesn't matter. We are so sorry. So do you think we needed to apologise? Do you think they're in the wrong?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I think if you're on a public-facing media
Yeah.
show, for sure, and even if you're just having a laugh with the boys, this is still something that's gonna like affect him subconsciously, even if he's not like thinking he is, of just like, I don't know, anxiety and kind of deeply affecting him and how he thinks about himself and his self-esteem. And obviously this guy knows he's not thin.
Yeah.
Like he's not
Yeah,
blind,
like he's obviously not in
and he's
first
an
grade
athlete.
league. Yeah.
Like, do you need to point him out on like whatever? There's
Yeah.
probably the biggest football show in Australia.
Yeah, but why did they even choose him?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, why?
It's
obviously,
a crap
they
joke.
were going.
It's it's a segment called the gutsy segment, right?
Exactly.
And that was just the joke.
Yeah.
That was
And,
the
like,
butt of the joke.
Who is choosing these guys?
It would be.
Did they know beforehand?
They did
Oh,
not. They were.
what?
They were the hosts.
Okay.
Oh, the host
all
did it.
Some,
So the
whoever
producers
put
made it
the
or whatever.
put the footage and the segment together,
Right.
they would have said, "Oh yeah, this will be
Oh,
fun."
just chuck this in. It'll be a laugh.
And then it comes on, but the hosts, they were all surprised and they were all laughing, but like in shock.
Do you reckon though?
Yeah, like if you play it back, there will be.
It
Yeah,
seems
like-
genuine.
It was
like,
like
it
a surprise.
goes
They're like,
for- it
what
goes
is he
for
doing on here?
60 seconds, and they're like, "Oh!"
But then doesn't
what
she
the-
say the fit and fat thing?
That's what some other guy
Some
said.
other guy said
Well,
that.
he just made it up. He was just talking because they're like, "Oh, what do you think? Whatever your name is."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably sucks to be Dave Taylor this week.
Yeah, and like he's probably just enjoying his life out of the public eye.
He is, and he's
And then
And now he's
suddenly
viral all of a sudden.
He's viral and not in a good way.
he has not responded yet.
Oh, really?
Well, there was like some fake tweets of his going around,
Oh,
but
okay.
he
That's
hasn't
worse.
responded.
Fake tweets.
I think it's terrible.
But I
The
think
producers should be the one.
I think
to
they should be the
apologise.
ones that have to apologize.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I
Because
agree.
they set this up. Like, we just talked about The Bachelor being set up.
See?
This is set up.
100%.
100%.
Because everyone was having a go at Erin, saying, "Oh, how could you say this? How could you do
Yeah.
this?" But she didn't take part in any of it.
No.
She tried to push through and not comment on it. She said, "Yeah, he was an awesome player. Played for this person, whatever." But everyone was angry at her for some reason.
Well, she's the face of it.
Well, I think
Not of the controversy, but of the show. I
But,
mean.
like, especially knowing, like, I mean, it's footy culture.
yeah.
So, like, they're likely to have a laugh. They're likely to have a bit of a joke
Yes.
around, that kind of thing. So, as a producer, you know what it's going to cause when you put this kind of photo up.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking, but I think it's silly that everyone's angry at Erin when she didn't say anything. All the other guys that were on the panel were saying he's fat or whatever, but no one cared what they said for some reason.
So she didn't actually say anything to do with being fat or fit or whatever.
If you
So you're
play it
saying
back-
women get more targeted with online criticism?
Absolutely. Well, everyone hates
Well,
her.
I think it's just because people don't like her in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's like a female in a very male-dominated, not industry, but like
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Culture.
How does that make you feel?
As a woman.
As a woman, fine.
Fine.
Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not really in NRL.
Yeah.
What
Plus, like-
credentials does she have?
I think her dad was a famous footy player.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Well,
I don't know,
she's-
there's some connection, and I think that's why people are like, who the heck are you? Like, why are you here? I don't know.
Yeah. But
I don't think she deserves criticism for
not
it.
at all.
No way.
And nothing I've seen has been calling out the other guys. She was really good, and
She
she
was,
just went.
yeah.
She kept going and didn't bring it up. But
Seriously.
Interesting.
yeah. So anyway, whilst we're talking about fat shaming,
Oh, okay.
Something
Is that another
else.
story?
this week a new, as pretty much every day, new show on Netflix, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's crazy. I can't wait for Disenchanted to come out. Just a related,
one more week.
unrelated note.
Right.
It's called Insatiable. There's been another uproar. Twitter storm.
Is it an
Oh,
insatiable
I
uproar?
love the Twitter storm.
So a few weeks ago, the trailer for this came out. And there was a huge uproar. So basically, the premise of the show is, right, there's this girl, she's fat, she's in school, then she gets punched. She's in...
Sorry. Wrong timing. Oh, gosh.
And then she...
It's not funny because she's fat. It's funny because she got punched.
And then she's in a coma for 3 months.
What?
So she can't eat.
What kind of punch was this?
So now
Is this a true story?
No.
No, okay.
So now she's skinny and hot. Right?
This does sound
Sorry,
terrible.
because
she
she was in a
coma.
coma for
She was
3
in a coma
months.
for 3 months, can't eat.
Forced diet.
She couldn't eat solids, had to only eat liquids,
Is
and now
this
she's
it?
hot. This is
This
one of
is
the trailers,
Actually
yeah.
hilarious.
This isn't the
but
full
you won't
trailer.
watch The Bachelor.
Okay, for this segment, I watched the
Wow.
first episode.
Really
Okay.
fell on his
Today.
sword.
Right?
Thoughts?
I'll get there.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So,
I just want to know.
everyone calls her Fatty Patty. She's played by Debbie Ryan, this like Disney girl. I don't know. She's hot, but she plays this in like a fat suit. Then she goes into coma, and she's fat, and then she wants to get revenge, whatever. That's the story of the thing. That's what the trailer showed. Everyone was upset. They're like, this is fat shaming. This is ridiculous. This is going to be the worst show ever. But that was when the
Right.
trailer came out.
Okay.
So, and generally, I'm like, guys, don't judge a thing by its trailer. You cannot say this is going to be bad. It's hard to hold that standpoint at things like this. But
Like
anyway,
what they're showing right now.
so I watched
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
episode.
Okay.
It's really bad. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
well,
What kind of bad?
Yeah.
It looks pretty.
to be
bad.
fair, this show is 100% not targeted at someone like me. So, and I dislike a lot of other things which other people would like. So take this with a grain of salt. But this is really bad. So this show thinks that by saying something one time that it's addressing that topic. Like at the beginning, in the very intro, when she's fat, she says something. She's like reading her diary or something. She says things like eating disorders or body dysmorphia, and then it goes on. And I think it thinks that it's being clever and addressing these issues, but it's not.
But it's not.
It just mentioned them, and it thinks it's really edgy and hardcore. It's not. It's really.
This is definitely not.
Can I just
really
clarify? So
lame.
she goes into this coma for 3 months, and then all of a sudden she's beautiful and hot, and
Yep.
like then she goes on her revenge journey
Yes.
as
Well,
this beautiful hot person.
here's what I got up to. Right. So So the guy who punched her, the homeless man who punched her,
What?
They were in court.
I'm never gonna watch this.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
confusing.
Okay. Anyway,
So so
it's not even like she was punched by someone who bullied her.
Well, she was sitting outside this convenience store, right, eating
Okay.
some chocolate,
Right.
and the homeless man came up to her and said, "Give me that chocolate, fatty."
What?
Is that fact?
And then
Oh,
and then
Oh!
she punched him, and then he punched her.
So
So it's not.
unprovoked.
So it's not even addressing like realistic
So
interchanges of people. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it doesn't present itself as like some weird fantasy land, but it's some strange world where random people walk up to you and call you fatty, and like
And
your
want your
whole
chocolate
school
and
hates
punch
you and calls you names because you're fatty, and
Okay.
everybody like hates you, and random people on the street will stare at you and call you fat.
and punch you.
But you're saying that's some strange world, but that does actually happen.
Yeah, I think that does happen.
It's definitely exaggerated.
But
It's
like, of course,
exaggerated,
this
but
storyline seems
people do
exaggerated.
get bullied in school.
People
and
get
things
and
like
do
that.
bullied
get
in
fat
school.
shamed, like we've seen on
Yeah.
the Footy show.
Yes, but if you watch this, it's like it's
over the top.
It's
So-
outrageous. It's so weird.
Is this a Netflix produced show?
Correct.
Okay, so is this like a we think we're a 13 Reasons Why?
That's what I was thinking. Are they
like
trying to
you know
be
type
like,
thing.
I haven't seen 13 Reasons Why, but 13 Reasons Why is like serious, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is not serious.
Okay.
This is like they're trying to make.
It looks pretty.
They're
Dumb.
one of their big jokes is right. He's trying to raise money for anus cancer.
Who?
Who is?
Her lawyer or something.
okay.
I don't know. and
Gosh.
they go on about anus cancer for some reason.
Yeah, what a waste of money. This is America. Come
But
on.
it's so mysterious. Like, where does she suddenly get all these sexy outfits from? And how does she stay skinny now?
So it's left you with questions, Chris.
And at the beginning, she's like, I've always had this insatiable craving for food. And she's just eating all this crap. And then she doesn't eat anything again afterwards. And it's like, we're going to talk about... They want to address, like, obesity and fat shaming and things like that. But...
They're just not executing it.
We can't make but no one's going to watch a show if we have a fat person in it. So we'll have about a fat person, but she's skinny and hot.
Okay.
So
It
that
It
sounds
seems like it's
terrible.
really trying to make a point.
it does. Look, she's like, she gets on the stand in this courtroom and she's making a stand about fat people's rights and what it's like to be fat, and you don't know what it's like in this world being fat, except she's a skinny white girl. And it's like where's the balls? Like, put a fat actress in this role and maybe you'll have some credibility. But they
I feel like they've done shows like that before. Like, do you remember Ugly Betty? I
Yeah.
never watched it, but that created a lot of conversation because that was played by someone who was maybe a little bit more realistic looking than somebody who's come out of a coma, has all her makeup and hair done.
Yeah.
Like, whereas before in the before shots, like, she didn't look like that at all.
Yeah.
So I think there are people out there who are trying to address topics like that. This just looks like it's a pretty...
Well, it's funny that this
pretty
actually
dumb
came
take.
out this week because there was a genius video going around Facebook that kind of did what this is trying to do, but actually did it well. In that, I didn't tell you guys I was going to say this, but the video where all the actresses try out for a role, and like all the people who are on the panel are just like, "Can you do that but thinner?"
Oh.
Did you guys see that? It was everywhere
I've never
this week.
seen that. Oh, no.
No,
It was really good, but it had all the like big actresses in it from England. I think it was made in England. Like, it had Daenerys and
Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark.
yeah,
Yeah, she's cool.
and all the other British people.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like it,
All the
yeah,
others.
it did like a similar thing. Like, I felt like it was the same lesson this one was trying to do, but it actually did it artistically
Yeah.
and super well.
Well, this one does it about as artistically as someone looking at her, a guy looking at her and saying, "You are beautiful inside and out." After she's lost all the weight, of course.
After she's been punched and in a coma for 3 months and all of a sudden just amazingly
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, seems
this
dumb.
is definitely on the not
I
watch
think
list.
I'd rather watch Bachelor.
Are you going to keep watching it, Chris?
Absolutely not. I can't believe I watched the whole episode. It was horrific.
How long was it? Can I ask?
40 minutes.
Oh.
So bad. So
It
bad.
actually looks like one of those really bad teenage shows as well.
But it looks worse than that. Like, I
Yeah.
honestly would rather watch an episode of Riverdale than that.
I've
And
never seen Riverdale.
It thinks it's really edgy. Like, they swear and they want to be violent and be dark and make dark jokes.
Do you think
but
who do you think it's aimed at? Like,
I'm
teenagers?
not sure. Yeah, teenagers who want to be like a bit hardcore. I don't know. People like that girl who's in it.
Right.
Basically, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so she's like famous in the teen world
Kim-
or something.
I don't know.
She's
No,
she's a Disney.
I don't know.
people who like Kim Kardashian.
Oh. Well.
There you go.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Awesome.
There you go.
It's so bad.
Wow.
Interesting. Insatiable.
Well.
Do not watch it.